Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode number 89. If this is your first time joining me, I am so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and quilting and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support, all of your wonderful comments you send my way. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all have had a great week since I last saw you last Thursday. I have had a wonderful week. It's been extremely busy. You know, I went to Nashville Needlework Market. I cannot wait to share all those details with you. All of my pre-orders I purchased, all of the photos, all of those wonderful things. I know that's why you're really here. You want me to just stop talking and jump right into it? But I've got so much to share with you. So I changed my bookshelves. I'm going to go over that with you today. I have a few life updates. What else? We've got some giveaways, a few whips, some haul, of course, from Market. So grab your pen and paper. You are really going to need that this episode. It's probably going to be a little longer than usual just because when I add in videos and photos and things like that, it tends to make the Flosstube a little bit longer. So feel free to pause, come back to me later, watch it all in one sitting, get your big project out and sit down and get comfortable. Grab something to drink. I have some hot tea with me today. Get your reading glasses, whatever you need to see, because you're going to want to see all these things. So grab all those things, get comfortable, and let's jump right in to all that's been going on. So, all right, quick life updates. Today is Friday. I don't even know the date. I think it's the 10th. So Friday, March 10th. Gray comes home tonight. It is spring break for her. So we are so excited to have her home with us. Cannot wait to see her tonight. She gets in late. Probably about 10 o'clock, I think, is her flight. So it's already almost 4 o'clock here today. And it's been a little chilly here. It's been that typical spring weather where you think it's going to be warm and it's really not. I've just been so cold all week. So I had to put a sweater on today. But I know I shouldn't complain because I know all my friends up north, especially in Michigan, have gotten some snow. Gray has been sending me photos and videos of all the snow. So I'm not really complaining, but I'm a little chilly. So, so we are excited to have her home. Tristan is not home from school yet, but he is so glad today is the last day, and then they get a well-deserved and much-needed break. So we are so excited to see her this evening. Okay, so, and then I just realized April the 1st is my 2-year Flosstube anniversary. So I don't know how I didn't realize that 2 years was sneaking up on us. So that's exciting. I just completely forgot that we were approaching that milestone for me. So hard to believe I've been doing this almost 2 years. So maybe we'll come up with something fun to do on April the 1st. So let's jump into Market. I know that's really what you're here to listen and to hear about. So all right, let's get into it. So Nashville Needlework Market is every year in early March in Franklin, Tennessee. And what it is it is a wholesale needlework expo, if you will, for shop owners. And it is not open to the public, but I am a sort of an employee, if you will, for Stitch Etc. I help Kim with her store. We do the retreats together. I help her with a lot of her social media, things like that. And so I accompany her on her market trip to help her purchase for the store. And it really is a full-time or a full weekend of market. It is a fantastic event, but it is not like a cross stitch retreat where you can sit and stitch and socialize. It is a go, go, go kind of a weekend. And you hit the ground running as soon as you step foot in the Embassy Suites in Franklin, Tennessee, which is where the market is held. And so it is just amazing to me to see the flow, the energy, the just the layout of market. So I'll back it up and tell you a little bit more about that. I did make some posts on Instagram and Facebook. I posted some videos, some photos, things like that. So if you have not done so already, you are welcome to follow me on Instagram. I am the Proper Stitcher, or you can join my Facebook group, which is the Proper Stitcher. It is a private group, so you'll have to answer some questions before you are accepted into the group. So there is more information there. But Nashville Needlework Market. So what the Embassy Suites are, it's hosted by a yarn tree, and it's at the Embassy Suites. And what they do is the second, third, fourth, and fifth floors, so 4 floors of the hotel, is converted into shop space. So each designer or company, whether it's silk, floss, or fabric, or whatever you need for your cross-stitching or needlework adventures, that is what's at market. So you have the cross-stitch designers, you have fabric makers, you have fiber companies, you have just you name it. Anything to do with cross-stitch and needlework is at this market. And so all of the rooms, that is it. There are no other guests on those floors. So those shop owners or vendors, if you will, they stay in the hotel. They stay in the bedroom portion of the suite, and the front living room portion they convert into shop space. And it is so much fun to see how they convert their suite into a shop space. And they are very creative. A lot of them are really, really creative. So here's how my weekend turned out. So leading up to market, I had been in touch with some of my friends that I knew who would be there at market. Judy and I scheduled a breakfast together on Friday morning. Market starts at 4 o'clock on Friday evening, lasts all day Saturday, and part of the day on Sunday. So Friday morning, I met Judy for breakfast. So excited to see her. It's always just so nice to catch up with Judy Whitman with JBW Designs, and to see her models that she stitched, and to catch up with her on a personal level, but then to see her shop space and to see all of her beautiful releases. It was amazing. It was just so much fun to see her, to hug her, to just be with her. She has been such an amazing supporter of my channel and friend. I got to run into Chrissy with Finally a Farm Girl. I am so happy for Chrissy. She this was her first market as a exhibitor. She is now designing. She has so many amazing patterns in her store. She was so organized. She was so professional. She had a wonderful show at market, and I am so happy for her and so proud of her. I'm going to list everybody I mentioned. I'm going to list them below, but it was so nice to see her that morning. And I also got to meet Chrissy's sister. I bumped into Elaine with from Annabella's. She was sitting with Chrissy, so I got to meet her, or to see her, and to meet her helper that came to help her from Annabella's brick and mortar store. So that was that morning. We got to have breakfast. I got to catch up with Judy. I got to see her shop space. And then I did just tooled around, did some shopping and things like that until the market opened at 4. And so when the market opened, Kim with Stitch Etc. had a plan. She really wanted us to focus that first night on getting all of our linen and all the necessities that usually tend to, usually are hard to find or high demand, or they sell out. So we really wanted to make sure we got all the fabric that the store would need. So we hit all the fabric places. We hit Fiber on a Whim, Grace Notes fabric, just all the fabric. We went there first. And so in the way the floors are set up, it's a lot of zigzagging. So unless you do store to store to store, but in that first evening, we had to kind of divide and conquer to go to different locations. So that was busy Friday night. And another thing, when I mentioned with market, it's not like sitting down for a cross stitch retreat. It's a lot of, hey, waving as you go by. Everybody's in a hurry. Sometimes you catch each other at a moment where you can sit and chat for a minute, but it's often people are just, they're on the move, they're on the go. They're either picking up, shops are either picking up their pre-orders, or they're in line ordering what they need that second. So it was just a lot of hustle and bustle, if you will. So that's how it was all weekend. So, but I did get some highlights and a lot of things that I did notice in my takeaway. And I'm going to show you everything I got from market. But I decided this year to pull in the reins. I did not pre-order a lot because I spread my love when I purchase. I ordered from Stitch Etc. I ordered from Cross Stitch and Crafts. I ordered from Annabella's. I've ordered from, all these other places. And so I don't have everything that I have ordered from market, but I do have a good sampling to show you. But so many wonderful things. I'm going to insert some photos here in a little bit, but I just wanted to give you my overview. So what I noticed a lot of this market, a lot of birds. I'm seeing a lot of birds that are being designed, a lot of birds that are either just light and airy, or a lot of densely colored or stitched birds, beautiful birds. So excited about that. Lots of bees. Bees are the in thing again this year. Lots of bees, from samplers with bees in it to Primrose Cottage bees, bees everywhere. That was fun to see. But one thing I did notice, and my takeaway from market, is that the industry is very, very vibrant. It's very, it's just going in so many different directions, but it feels like one big family. And what I mean by that is there are so many different styles of designers, so many different types of design, so many types of stitching, but there's just so much excitement, so much energy, and I just loved seeing all the different types. Everything from reproduction samplers to original samplers to whimsical stitching to the confetti, full coverage stitching. Just so much excitement in the industry. And it just makes me happy knowing that we still have such a growing and vibrant community, and that it's thriving. It's just so fun to see all of that. And I saw a lot of that this weekend. A lot of different types of styles and a lot of different, just a lot of different things coming our way, and I'm so excited about that. A lot of vendors did have sneak peeks of what they're going to be releasing this summer, so we really didn't see those, but gives you an exciting look into what's coming down the road. So even though we're not having another market, there's still going to be new releases coming out throughout the year. So keep your eyes open for that. I got to visit with Little Robin Designs. Robin will be our guest designer at the Samplers Remembered retreat in September. We still have some availability for that retreat if you are interested. We got to meet and look over the event space and do all that kind of planning. So that was fun too. But let me jump in. I'm going to go ahead and insert some photos here of market so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. When we come back, I'll show you what I purchased and we'll go from there. So enjoy these pictures. Okay, so you can see it was a lot of fun, a lot of different styles, a lot of different types of designs coming out. Some patterns were sold out. They sold out right away, either between pre-orders or the designer just didn't anticipate the interest in some things, and some there's just a large mass quantity of interest. So some patterns I wasn't able to get, but that's okay. I have them on hold, or they're coming my way soon. But anyway, lots of fun, lots of great catching up with some friends. I did not get to see some people because I either went into their shop when they weren't there, or they were extremely busy that I just waved, and I was planning on going back by to see them again, and it just either didn't work out, or I went back by and they were not there. So it was just, that's just the way market is. It's just so busy. I got to catch up with Lori Wilson, got to go to dinner with her and her friend Sandy and Lori's husband Chris. That was fun. We went to Puckett's. Just such a good weekend. Cannot wait to get busy on some of these new patterns. So let me show you what I got while I was at market. So one of the things that I found really exciting is one of the first places I went was Trey Chic Stitchery. And they are an online business, but they are where I usually get my scissors and my Sajou scissors, and that's hard to say. I usually get my scissors from them. And I walked into the shop and they were wearing these really fun butterfly headbands. And I made a post on Instagram because their headbands, I just said, oh my goodness, that's just so cute. I love your headbands. And they said, well, we're wearing these headbands because we're launching new scissors. And they're from their company that is umbrella. It's called The Scissorist. And I've inserted some photos of them, but they're the ones with the butterflies on the scissors. And they're sending me a pair of scissors from The Scissorist. But they're made in the USA. They are beautiful scissors. I will link their website below if you want to go and check out the scissors. I did not bring a pair home with me because I knew that was going to be a hot item that I placed on order, and I'll get them later. So those are coming later. But I did get a pair of scissors, and these are the ones I got. They come in this beautiful box, or this sweet little box, and I decided to go with the Eiffel Tower scissors, and it has this beautiful little blue and orange and this Eiffel Tower emblem or image on the little tassel. I can't find my words again. So that was one of my first purchases because I really just wanted another pair of scissors. I use these a lot for everything from my photos that I take for Instagram and for keeping them in my bags. So I got a pair of scissors. And then I went to Fiber on a Whim, and Kim had placed an order, and so I just got this from her. And I've got a yard of cream and sugar. What size? I got 36 count. So this is 36 count cream and sugar, which is a great soft neutral linen. One of my favorite linens. These sold out. They were really popular. All of the cream and sugar, the affogato, latte, cappuccino, those all are really big colors with Fiber on a Whim. I know 123 Stitch was there. They had a big order. Fat Quarter Shop, so and Kim with Stitch Etc. All your shops, they all went to these fabric places first, and so they all have a good supply for you at their store. Cross Stitch and Crafts did too. Okay, and so then here is just a few takeaways that I brought home with me. The first thing I got, which is amazing, is the cookbook. This is released every year. This is called Happiness is Homemade, and this is a cookbook that your shop can pre-order, or they can place an order for you. But in here you have a lot of the designers have posted a little freebie pattern along with a recipe. So this is one of the favorites that is out every year at market. So it's called Happiness is Homemade, and in here Blackbird Designs did put in a wonderful, wonderful chart. So this is definitely one for you to look for. I'm looking to see, oh yeah, don't remember I said you'll need your glasses. Let's see, everything from Annie B's Folk Art is in here, Country Sampler, you've got Praiseworthy Stitches, Tiny Modernist, Lucy Beam, you have the Nebby Needle, Blackbird Designs. All these wonderful designers have put little patterns in here. Another hot place to visit was Stacy Nash. Stacy Nash, I think, was one of my favorites this market, just because, well, I shouldn't say that, they're all my favorite, but out of her shop I liked a lot of her. I had to get a lot of her pieces, but she was sold out of some things, so I put some on order from Kim with Stitch Etc. But here is Spring Basket Pin Keep. That was a big seller this spring. We have Wonderful Life Pin Keep Drum. I saw this at Country Sampler when I was there. It was I think it was an exclusive for about a year with them, but now it's released. It's a Christmas. It can be either finished into a drum, or you can frame it. This is Pretty in Pink Pin Keep. I just love that border with those flowers. So Stacy Nash was great. A lot of wonderful patterns in there. So check with your shop if you see any of those that you like. Great patterns this year. Then I got to visit with Little Robin. These are in no order, so I don't know why I'm saying then. These are just all thrown in a pile. But I did get to visit with Robin with Little Robin Designs. I have an order placed on for some of hers with Kim, because there were a few that I wanted to get that I just said I would wait. But one that I did bring home with me is Literary Love Notes. And I just liked seeing this finished in her space. They are just so sweet. This one says, I love you. And then the two small pillows over here says, who being loved is poor. And the other one says, I love her, and that's the beginning and end of everything. And so I thought that was wonderful. A wonderful, wonderful release. So Heart and Hand. Heart and Hand was another happening place this season with all of her Tiny Town series that came out. Just so many people wanted to see her models. They wanted to get their hands on the latest Tiny Town. I did not get that one. I am waiting for it, but I did get Everyday Things. And it is just for my Tomato Tuesday, but it says, the everyday sweet little things are the most beautiful. And I thought that was perfect. So many wonderful, talented designers. I am just still amazed with all of the talent we have in this industry. Okay, I really wanted to take time to go and visit Red Barn Samplers, Ray Niles. I met Ray at retreats a long time ago. We used to attend the Prim Stitcher Society retreats that were hosted. They don't have those retreats anymore, but I met her for the first time in Columbus, Ohio. I believe it was Columbus, Ohio. And I just got to know her over the years. And so she has started reproducing samplers. So I really wanted to go and visit with her, see her models stitching, see her patterns that she had. She has a YouTube channel as well. I'll link it below, but these are her patterns that I got. This is W. Wallace. This was her first release, and it was an exclusive for the attic, and now she has released it. And I just loved those colors. And I really like her books. Her books are beautiful. And she includes history about her sampler, or that sampler, in the booklet. So this is W. Wallace, 1878. And then the next one I got is G. Hubbard, which is a small. And I loved those colors, red, whites, blues. I thought it was perfect. So Ray, congratulations on your first exhibit at Market too. So Hoffman is a distributing company, and a lot of designers use them as a distribution center for their patterns. But what Hoffman also does is they take orders, or your LNS can go on their website and order for you, or order patterns. That's how they order some of their patterns. It is for wholesale only, so it's only for shop owners. But Hoffman had some items that the shop owners can purchase and take with them, and which a lot of stores didn't know that that was the case. So the only ones that they had that were cash and carry, the others were purchased or place an order and they'll send it to you. The new Prairie Schooler Santa and the 2 Blackbird releases. Blackbird was not at Market this year, and neither was With Thy Needle and Thread. With Thy Needle and Thread, shop owners placed their order directly with Brenda Gervais. So a lot of stores are saying they have not received their shipment from Brenda Gervais yet. So if you haven't gotten that in the mail or heard from your LNS, it's because they probably don't have it yet. But that, just so you know, that's how it was. So And then the other thing that the shops could have purchased directly in cash and carry from Hoffman this trip was all the new Classic Colorworks floss. They have like a seasonal spring floss packet. So just those three things: Classic Colorworks, Blackbird Designs, and Prairie Schooler. So I got the Prairie Schooler Santa for this year, and it's called Snowy Night. And I just love it. Look at the little candy canes in his waist, his belt. So cute. I am stitching this next week. I think that this needs to be stitched immediately. I love all those snowflakes. And then here are the two Blackbird designs that were released. These are reprints. So the first one is Birds of a Feather. And in this book is this reproduction sampler. Here's the original. And then here is the reproduction. The other one is United We Stand. It has 3 patterns. It has this pattern, which is like a mattress. I don't know what they're called. Mattress, oh, not a drum, pincushion. Thank you, Annie Turner. Okay, let's see. So, United We Stand. You have this piece and this scissor case, which gives you directions on how to finish. But the real exciting one, I think, is this one on the back. That is why I wanted this booklet, was for that pattern. So it's a great book. And as always, I'm going to tell you about the book a little bit, because I know that it's hard for those of you who do not have an LNS where you can kind of flip through some of these books. So for each design, you have the DMC colors or you have the Weeks Die Works. Step-by-step directions on how to finish. But this is the first one. And you can see how the sides have the stitch to sides. It says United We Stand around the side. I'm looking for another picture for you that I can share. And then here is that image of the sides. So on 2 sides it says United We Stand, and then the other 2 has this beautiful floral border. Here's an image of what it would look like trying to cover this. Can you see that? Those are all the sides, and then it gives you step-by-step directions on how to finish that. And then the scissor, it's called Join Hand in Hand. And that's the front of it. A beautiful scissor case. And then here's the back of it. Great directions on how to finish. And then the last one is the Clustered Stars Needlebook. And here it is. I just love that basket, that house. Great directions on how to finish this into a needle book. I might just stitch it and frame it or make it into a pin cushion. I don't know if I'm going to do a needle book, but the needle book is beautiful. Here. Oh, and on the inside of the needle book is this pattern too. But here's the inside. And I think that's it for this book. And here's another image of the United We Stand and the scissor case. So that is United We Stand Blackbird Designs. So another thing I realized is I didn't get to make it back to Chrissy's Finally a Farm Girl shop. I went to her the first night that first morning. I went to her when they first opened, just to say a quick hello. I'm meant to go back, and every time I try to get back in that section, something pulled me in another direction. So I'm going to have to place an order with Finally a Farm Girl, or I can do her Etsy shop or order directly from stores. But I'm going to link Chrissy's shop below. So many cute patterns. I took a lot of pictures of her shop though. Thread Milk, Lori Wilson with Thread Milk Design had a beautiful store too. But this is what I got from her. Red Haven #1. This is an antique reproduction sampler. But here is the original and the one that she reproduced. And then of course my friend Judy. I have Eliza's Birds. Eliza's French Birds, and Eliza's Sewing Smalls. Judy sent this to me. So I have a little surprise. I'm going to say this again at the end, but I am co-hosting a stitch-along for Eliza's French Birds. So this is a reproduction sampler. Here is the original. Little image of that. I just love Judy's patterns and how everything is so just compact. But this is the pattern, or the image. Beautiful, beautiful sampler. But I am co-hosting this stitch along with Celeste Creates, Merritt Crawford of Just Sew Because, and Kim Goldman, the Contented Needleworker. I'm going to list their their Flosstube channels below, but we are going to start this on April the 1st. So if you would like to join us, I'll mention it again next week. But I want to go ahead and let you know. So if you are interested in joining us, go ahead and get your pattern and all of your floss. The floss that is used, she has a DMC conversion, but it is a combination of Classic Colorworks and Wheats Dye Works and a couple of DMCs, or you can do all DMC. Her model is stitched on a 36 count R&R reproduction espresso, but I'll probably just use my cream and sugar from Fiber on a Whim. But Eliza's French Birds. This was a huge hit at market. She sold out. She just was so busy. Couldn't keep this one in. Stitching in the Round was another one of hers. That was a #1 release. She sold out of that too. I have it on order. As soon as I get that in, I am stitching that. It is a round, one of her rounds, but it's all stitching motifs in there, and I can't wait to get my hands on that one. I knew that was going to be a big seller, so I didn't want to take away from someone else on that because I knew I can get it later. But Eliza Birds, I had a pre-order. So April 1st, we will be starting this one. So if you're interested, start gathering your supplies. Okay, the next ones that I have in my stack is October House. And I just really loved these. This is the Itch to Stitch. I thought that would be great for a little stitchy gift. Tomato Row, perfect for my Tomato Tuesdays. Be True Trio. This was a little needle book that I thought the colors were just beautiful. And Merry Christmas, this says Merry Christmas. This is called Vintage Tree. Merry Christmas, it says on there. Very sweet. That is all October House. And then I have just a few more. Carriage House samplings. This was so exciting to see. I got Egg in a Bowl. And this is one of Marty's new designs, and she even has a recipe on the back of it. But Egg in a Bowl, that blue, I loved that blue. And then Apple Dumplings. And this also has a recipe. Egg in a Bowl is the recipe. It is an egg in a bowl. And then this is apple dumplings. And they are family recipes that she put on the back. And then, let's see, Liz Matthews. She was another one. She was always busy every time I went by or she wasn't there. So I did not get to say hi to her. But Liz with Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch was her helper. And so I got to chat with Liz and we had some fun times just talking about Liz Matthews designs. So I got Old Friends. It says, your heart and my heart are very old friends. I love the way this looks. Just clean, simple, big, quick stitch. And then of course, this one you all will know, just called my name. Basket and Butterflies. I got to meet a new designer. Well, she's not a new designer. She does wool applique. And so what she has started doing is converting her wool applique into cross stitch designs. And this is, well, it is Under the Garden Moon. Sorry, I had a hard time finding the name of her company. Under the Garden Moon. And this, I took photos of this. This was a garland. These little circles are Christmas ornaments. So you can stitch them as individual ornaments, or you can attach them as a garland, but they're circle finishes. And it was really pretty to see in person. These circles are made with felt and just a great simple finish. So Christmas ornaments, Under the Garden Moon. She also has wool applique. So if you like that, great, great designer. And then I think my all-time favorite of Market, who knows if I will stitch it because it's a big one. It's a big girl, for a big girl stitch. It's from Lila's Studio, and it's called Summer Quaker. And I just saw this in person and loved it. We always go to the beach. That is our family vacation, and it's a Quaker motif and Quaker style sampler. So it just checked a lot of boxes for me. So it is a big one. I don't know when I will stitch it, but it was so pretty to see stitched. And I love the blue. I love the colors that she used. It's a wonderful one. This would be a good one for me to have. So that is Lila Studios Summer Quaker. And then the last thing I got was just some more red floss to finish my Americana sailboat, and some silk from Gloriana Silks. So Gloriana Silk only brought their new releases for this season. So this one is Sage, which is just a beautiful green, just a beautiful color. And then this one is Swamp Grass, a nice shade of brownish green. And then of course a blue. This is Blue Lilac. Love that. So I got those three colors. So that was my Market haul and my Market goodies. You know, so much to see and so much to add to my wish list. So rest assured, you'll probably see more things trickle in throughout the year of things that I have found that I didn't get or wanted to get or I have on order. So I hope that if you saw something you like, write it down, tell your LNS or order it or whatever, however you get your stitching. I saw the ladies from Cross Stitching Crafts there. Like I said, Stitch Etc. Ordered lots of things. All the big stores were there. All the little stores were there. There's plenty of inventory to go around. So check out those shops. I did get to meet up with someone who watches the channel, and she has an Etsy store, and she messaged me and said that she was at Market and would like to meet. And so we finally were able to connect, and it was funny because we were on Instagram, and that's how we messaged. And I would say, I'm on this floor, I'm on this floor. And so we were trying to meet up. So we finally connected. But I got to meet Anne-Marie with her shop. It's called Anne-Marie Stitchery. She has a Flosstube channel, Instagram, and a Etsy store. So I'll link all that below. But she had a sweet card for me and a small little gift that well, she said it was small. It's not small. It was very generous. But Scattered Seed Samplers, she gave me this Pray for Peace. It has everything I love in it. Birds in her dress, just a sweet design. I love this. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. And she had some buttons from Just Another Button Company that she had in there. This is a great little set here with the bumblebees. These are, it says You Look Fabulous, and You is EWE, but it has carrots and eggs and just springy things. And then these are the tomato and the spools. This is use with, hang on, it says, oh, I don't think it's a set. I think these are just little ones she put in a bag. But they have 2 spools of thread. There's a tomato, 3 spools of thread. Lots of great little things in there. So thank you so much, Anne Marie. I really do appreciate it. We had so much fun just chatting. We got to chat for at least 10 minutes. So it was nice to just sit down and relax and to meet someone new. So thank you for taking the time to meet me. Okay, so that is all of my market stories, I think. So we finished up on Sunday. We were all pretty tired. Every night we got back to the hotel room, and it's hard to explain. It's hard to imagine why you would be so tired, because it's just 4 floors, you're walking around, but it's a lot of walking. It's a lot of back walking, like back and forth, remembering what's on your list, a lot of talking, a lot of waiting in line, a lot of carrying things, a lot of trips to the car to put things away and go back in. So when you're purchasing for a store, it's a big volume of items. And so we were tired by the end of the night, so we did not get a lot of stitching done while we were there. Went to bed early, that kind of thing. But it was such a wonderful experience. It was so nice seeing everybody, and just exciting. I'm just so excited for the industry and for our wonderful craft we have. We have so many amazing designers and companies and needlework stores, online and brick and mortar. It's just amazing to see all these people in action and under one roof. So it was a lot of fun. So Kim, thank you for letting me help you, and I can't wait for next year. So let me do our giveaways from last week and do our giveaways for this week, and then I'll show you my haul and we'll talk about some more things. So last week we had some giveaways. I asked you to tell me what is your favorite whip that you're currently working on. So that was fun to read through those. Thank you all so much for sharing that with me. So here we go. Number 1 is this adorable, beautifully made strawberry from Sampler Strawberry from Under the Woolen Willow. Michelle sent me 2 of these, one to give away and one to keep, and these are amazing. Good, just beautiful quality, very, very firm, very nice strawberries. So number 1, this goes to Allison. So that's A-L-L-Y Son, S-O-N. So Allison Woolworth, number 1. Number 2 was this set of floss bitties and this reference guide from Fat Quarter Shop. This is number 2. It goes to Jennifer Garrett. Jennifer Garrett. Number 3, also from the Fat Quarter Shop, is this Frosty Typeface series. This goes to Joanna Lynn Creations. Joanna Lynn Creations. Number 4 is from the Nebby Needle. I got to see Bonnie at market too. That was fun. Nancy Wheatley. Nancy Wheatley. Number 5 is Heartstring Sampleries. Sewn in Friendship. This goes to Helen Hanny. H-A-N-N-I. Helen, H-A-N-N-I. And number 6 is from the Fat Quarter Shop. This is Simply Half Yards. It's Sew Emma quilt book. This goes to Tony, T-O-N-I, Tony Faidley, F-A-I-D-L-E-Y. So if I called your name, send me an email at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Tell me your name, your address, and which item you won, and I'll get that in the mail as soon as possible. Winners from last week, I'm still working on those. They will go out in the mail next week. So let's get all those out with you. So let's go ahead and do our giveaways for this week. So if you would like to enter to win a giveaway, be a subscriber to my channel, like the video, answer a question below that I'm about to tell you. So answer the question below and reference the number that you would like to be entered to win. If it's number 1, just list number 1. If it's all of them, list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. So however many there are, just list that number and do that below. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, answer the question below, tell me what you'd like to be entered to win. So here we go. The question for this week is, Let me get back to that. Let's just go through these. Okay, number one. Number one is my copy of JBW's French Country Bunny. That's number one. That's my copy, French Country Bunny. Number two is another Tyler board from Stitch Etc. This is a Tyler board, number two. Number three, Joy to the World from Stitching with the Housewives, or by Stitching with the Housewives. That is number three. Number four is a Little Robin Designs. This is Christmas at Grandma's. And I got to see these little vintage ornaments in her store, and they were so cute. That was her inspiration for these. But Christmas at Grandma's won. So this is number four. And number five is another Robin Designs, Little Robin Designs, Christmas Magic Sampler. This is number five. So we have 5 items this week for a giveaway. So let's see. The question I'd like for you to answer is, where do you like to spend your stitching money? I've asked this often throughout the year. I think it's a great way for all of us to, if you are looking for either a LNS or a brick and mortar or an online store, or if you're traveling in an area, it's good to know other shops. So where do you like to spend your stitching money? I spread mine out. So I do Cross Stitch and Crafts, I do Stitch Etc., Country Sampler. I just spread mine out. But list the shop where you like to spend your cross stitch money below. That would be great. And if you are looking for a place to find some stitchy supplies, read through the comments below, get some ideas. So, okay, so that is this week's giveaways. It's all the haul, everything from Market. The next thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, my bookshelves. I finished my bookshelves this week. I decorated them for spring. I had so much fun. I put a little video on Instagram and my Facebook channel, and it was a time-lapse video. So what I'm going to do is insert some photos of that time-lapse video of me decorating my bookshelves. I'm going to insert video on the before and after, and then the little details over everything that is on my bookshelves. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that here. Okay, so here is the mess that is on my table right now. And everything on here is spring or Easter related. I'm not sure if I'm going to use everything that's on this table, or if some of this will go on my bookshelves, and some of these things will go throughout the house. But these are some things that I feel like a good bit of them will make their way to the bookshelves. So I've got this organized mess of all of my greenery is at one side, and I've got my lights kind of under there too. So I'm going to use these little lights here. These are battery operated lights. I've got several foil wrapped bunnies. I've had these for years. I've got some cross stitch pieces. This is a Stacey Nash. All the cross stitch pieces I will share with y'all throughout the spring season. I've got some moss covered bunnies. I got these, I think at Home Goods, Hobby Lobby, no wait, Home Goods probably, or TJ Maxx. And I just put the bow around their neck. More of these. And more cross stitch pieces. This is a antique Fitz and Floyd plate. I love that plate. And then I have, this is a Not Forgotten Farm piece. Just more little vintagey things. I think this is a Fitz and Floyd. More cross stitch pieces. My JBW, this is a LaHaye basket. And my bunny. So I will eventually get all of these items up on my empty bookshelves. So here's the end result. Up here at the top, I have an antique or vintage, I don't know if it's antique, Fitz and Floyd bunny plate, and I have some really pretty lights that I found at Michael's this year with just some greenery, some spring greenery. I just wanted my shelves to be real simple this year. This is the Lily of the Valley that I stitched. It's a blackbird design. I showed that to y'all a few months ago. Just some felt garland that I cut. I got that at Home Goods. Cute little figurine. This stuffed strawberry is from my friend Bonnie Woomer. She made that from an old quilt and a bunny chocolate mold. I think I got that at Home Goods. An antique spool of thread. And down here I have, this is a Brenda Gervais pattern. Cute finish with some buttons on it. This was a gift. I'm not sure who the pattern is by. It looks like just a motif that was pulled out of a pattern. An antique little Easter egg that my friend Kim Gavlik, her mom Virginia, gave that to me. A little moss bunny. These little chocolate, or they look like chocolate, but they're foil wrapped bunnies, and I have several different shapes and styles. I got it at, I believe, Tuesday Morning several years ago. And then this is a Stacy Nash piece that was a Smalls exchange at a retreat I attended. I love this piece. This is what I'm going to model my my finish of Springtime or Frolic on Bunny Hill by Brenda Gervais that I stitched a few months ago. And then down here we have another Brenda Gervais pattern. This little Fitz and Floyd carrot canister, super cute. I love this. Just a little cake stand with a bunny on it. And I put a wreath and then this little standing or jumping bunny in it. And then this little guy, y'all have seen him before. He was a gift. But this is an Arnett piece. Arnett has a shop in, I believe, Illinois. I'll link it below, but I have several Santas from her, but this is a bunny. Really love him. And then going over here through my bookshelves, I have the Not Forgotten Farm, Ode to Spring. That is actually one of my first cross stitch pieces I stitched when I returned to cross stitch many years ago. That's the first time I used overdyed floss and the first time I stitched on linen. So I really, really am happy with that piece. And then my little Himmel girl that's cross stitching and an antique sampler. This is the Courage little piece that Ginger gave me. This is a heartstring sampler piece that was stitched for me by a friend, my friend Kay. And then all of my books. And then down here in this LaHaye basket, I have some of my smalls. Everything from With Thy Needle and Thread to Blackbird. So then we come on around here and we'll go to the top. This is the JBW French Country Bunny that I showed y'all a couple of weeks ago, finished on a Stitch Etc. board. That is a LaHaye basket that I love. I usually have it downstairs, but I brought it upstairs for my shelf this month. My jar of vintage tomato pin cushions. And another little chocolate bunny mold, some more greenery. And then this is another Brenda Gervais With Thy Needle and Thread piece. It's very old. Cannot remember the name of it, but you can find it on her website, which is Country Stitches Online. I'll link it below. You will order it directly from her. I don't think shops have it anymore. So that's it. That's all of my bookshelves, and I hope you like it. Thanks. So that was a lot of fun. It was so much fun decorating my shelves. I love switching them out for the different seasons. I'll leave up spring probably until early May. middle of May, and then I'll switch out for patriotic and Americana and things like that. So, but it was so much fun. I love pulling out my spring decorations. I get so excited when it's just springtime. So let's go over my whips. I was able to work on a few whips when I got back from market. So here's what I have worked on this week. Not a lot of stitching, but I did get some things done. So here we go. I worked on my floral motif sampler. This was one that I've been working on a while, but this was a Scarlet House Designs, or excuse me, the Scarlet House floral motif sampler. And here's my progress. So since I saw you last, or the last time I showed this, I had just started this motif. So I finished this basket with those flowers and that bird, and I did this, which one was it? Oh, right here. Wait, I lost it again. This one, this little flower. So I did this, and I worked some more on the border. So the border, a little bit at the top and at the bottom, because that was something I really didn't have to concentrate on. So one night I just wanted to stitch, but I didn't really want to have to count. So it's a great simple border. I am stitching this on 40 count mallow by Picture This Plus, and I am really enjoying this. I'm using all the called for Gentle Arts colors, and I am using 1 strand of floss over 2. So just so you can see in reference on the pattern, this is where I am. So I have stitched, yep, let me move my tea so I don't dip my linen in my tea. But that is, I've got that much done. So on here, I have done that much. So it's a lot of fun. I really like this. I don't know why it relaxes me, because it's a lot of color changes, but it does. I think I really like this linen. And I love the rich colors of the flowers and the motifs, and they just really pop and stand out. Here are all the colors. Let me show them to you. Here they all are. Just a lot of pretty, rich colors. It's hard to see because there's also a lot of browns and blacks and golds, but when you throw in the reds and the pinks and the greens, everything else just really stands out. It's such a pretty sampler. So that is the floral motif sampler by the Scarlet House. Scarlet House also wasn't at market this year, so I was disappointed. I really enjoy seeing her new designs too. So that was one of my whips this week. Another whip that I worked on, I just pulled things that were easy for me to stitch this week because I just didn't have a lot of concentration. But I did work a little bit more on my Soul Sisters by Plum Street Samplers. I'm almost done with this. Well, I say that, it looks like I'm almost done, but it's still a lot of stitches. I filled in on this house a little bit. That is all I worked on. So, filling in 2 houses, finishing a girl, and doing the top, and then I'll be done. But I am using 37 count Russian Tea Cake Linen by Legacy Linen. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2, and I'm using all of the called for colors. And these are the colors. Oh, they're a mess. Don't judge me. So here they all are. This is a combination of DMC, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Colorworks. The Deep Fennel, which is this background color, that is a Classic Colorworks color, and I love that color. So here they all are. So that is one that I hope to finish within the next month, maybe. We'll see. So, and then my last whip for this week was Deck the Coop by Stacy Nash. And that's this one. One thing I did notice with Stacy's patterns at market, she has changed her setup. This is how she used to do it. She would take a photo and put it on her cover. Now she's doing a full computer printed photo. Great photo. But this is what I'm working on now. Stacy Nash Deck the Coupe Pin Keep. I'm using all the called for colors. I am stitching this on 36 count R&R. Is that right? Yep, R&R linen Patriots Brew, but it's 40 count, not 36, sorry. I am using 1 strand of floss over 2. So I have finished the top border, which is right there. So part of me wants to just continue on with the border and finish it, but I really want to get into some of these colors. So we'll see what I do. But I'm using all the called for floss, 1 strand of floss over 2. And here are all the colors. I will finish this into a pin keep. So it's actually a gift. So I don't know. Maybe I'll frame it. I think I'll finish it into a pin keep. So here it is. And here are all the colors. They get a little tangled in the bag. So that is all of my whips. Let me look at my list. I want to make sure I haven't forgotten to share anything with you all. Let's see. As I mentioned, Samplers Remembered Retreat that I'm co-hosting with Stitch Etc. It is in Franklin, Tennessee, September 21st through the 24th. We still have a few spaces available. If you're interested, let me know, or you can email me. We also have the Google sign up on my Facebook page and on Stitch Etc's Facebook page if you're interested. All the information's there too. Let's see. I think that's everything. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about my market experience, about all the exciting things at market. You know, if you see a photo that you like, an image, I don't know if I'll be able to tell you exactly who it is and the name, because there's hundreds and hundreds of images, and I didn't list it or show everything that I took photos of. This video would have been probably too long, and never upload because it takes a little longer to upload the more photos you put in. But if there's something you see that you would like to try to find out the name of, I will do my best to help you. But a great way to find out is if I cannot find the answer for you or get back in touch with you in time, call your local needlework store, or they'll be able to tell you what it is. But I did try to put everything in the video in order. So all the Stacy Nashes are together, all the Liz Matthews are together, and so forth. So hopefully that helps. You can also check on my Facebook page and on my Instagram page to see if I tried to list it on there too. So that might be able to help a little bit. Eliza French Birds by JBW. We are co-hosting a Stitch-a-long starting April the 1st. If you're interested, I'm co-hosting that with Celeste Creates, with Merritt Crawford and Kim Goldman. I'll list their YouTube channels below. We would love it if you join us. I'm going to try to figure out what our hashtag will be for that. So start gathering your supplies. Kim Goldman said that this will probably be a start along for her. I think she has a lot of things in the works, but she really wants to start it with us. Other than that, I think that is everything for this week. Thank you for sticking it out with me, but I just did not want to break it up into multiple videos. It was just too much fun stuff to share, and I didn't want to miss anything. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took good notes. And if you have any questions, just list it below, or you can email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. And I will see you all next week. Enjoy the spring weather and just have fun. Talk to you soon.